Cancers, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for October 10th through the 16th of 2016. I'm Athen, and this channel is about using the real constellations in the sky known as Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below for more information. All right, so Cancers, this week, a lot going on astrologically speaking. The most important being that we have a full moon taking place over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So there's a bit of support as we go through the week. We'll be in the gibbous phase. This is a supportive time of gaining a bit of momentum from what we started about 2 weeks ago, which was that new moon in your third house. So the third house, it's all about learning. It's all about exchanging. It's all about trading, sharing ideas, but maybe in the marketplace, such as through business for some of you. But whatever it is, fundamentally, I think there is this great opportunity for you to learn, to share, maybe to do some reading or writing, things like that, that can help you, again, learn more in life and help you share, too, with others what you do know and maybe some of that practical wisdom and practical advice that you do have. So that's the full moon will be a culmination of that. Great time to do a status check with these new beginnings on a minor sense, but all in all, just a good motivation and momentum to cultivate them. Now, in terms of the bigger picture, this is a full moon in your ninth house. So roughly about 6 months ago, you had a new moon in your ninth. So at that time, it was a new beginning of expanding your horizons of things like philosophy, spirituality, university studies for some of you. And on a more external level, maybe expanding your horizons through travel or adventure or connecting abroad, things like that. So whatever that was 6 months ago, if it was anything in particular, now it's a high point and it's a good time to do the status check with that area. In other words, reflect and see how you can expand your horizons, how you have been over the past 6 months, what's been working with it, and what's been not. And usually during the full moon, it's a good time to sort of separate from what hasn't been working so you can continue to cultivate what is. Now, this is very freeing because the full moon will be in a very close conjunction with Uranus, emphasizing the fact that over the past 7 or 8 years, there's been this importance of freeing yourself up here so you can have a bit more adventure in your life. You can have a bit more open-mindedness, change your belief systems, have that top-down perspective. And so that's definitely being emphasized. I think it's a great time to see where you can, again, expand your horizons, and all of that can be very freeing, and how you can cultivate these possibilities so they're in alignment with who you truly are, which is what Uranus is all about. So good things to reflect on over the weekend, but also good things to implement as we go into next week. All right, so that's going to be the weekend. As we approach that, we do have some, actually quite a bit of aspects. The first half is split up from the second half. This first half, we got Mercury going over your ruler Jupiter, or excuse me, not your ruler, going over Jupiter, which is emphasizing a bit of this open-mindedness. And I think this is all about the learning and stuff. In fact, really for the next year, year and a half, there should be plenty of opportunities to do this with Jupiter in your third house, helping you see the possibilities with practical learning, with reading, exchanging, trading, learning, all of this stuff of the third house. And I think this first half, you could find that maybe there is a emphasis with this and maybe some sort of new beginning of opening your mind and opening up to new possibilities there with that practical stuff. Now, along with that, Venus will be trining up to Chiron. There is a bit of healing taking place. This might involve maybe some group things or your aspirations, maybe your home and family, which is actually an area you can enjoy quite a bit this week, as it has been with Venus down here in your fourth house, connecting to family, maybe working on your health, getting in contact with your body, spending time at home. All these kinds of things can be very enjoyable with Venus, and I think you can find that perhaps quite healing and quite rejuvenating this first half. Also, Mars will be sextiling up to Neptune on a minor note, so there is a bit of flow about it and a willingness to detach and let go in terms of how we get things done. That might have to do with your routine, in fact, which is this sixth house of yours. Now, as the second half of the week unfolds, this area will be challenged, so I do want to mention that it's a good area to bring extra attention on the second half in terms of your routine, in terms of your work and your personal development. But the first half does have a bit of flow with that. I think you can maybe find the work and stuff flowing, and just maybe you're just willing to relax or take it easy, and you can find that maybe you do get quite a bit done in that way. Now, the second half, let's look at this. So Mercury will be squaring up to Mars and up to Pluto as we go into the weekend. So this is that bit of challenge that I'm talking about. And so this will be involving the routine, the work, the everyday experiences, whatever's been motivating you here lately with that, which has been Mars. Do give it a bit of space the second half. Sort of take a step back, give it a second, detach yourself as much as you can from it, especially if you're feeling a lot of the bottlenecking energy, or if you're feeling resisted or blocked in that sense. Not that you necessarily will, but if you do, I think those are the great times to sort of set whatever it is down for a second, take a step back, and be patient with it. And again, this could also be involving communication, so extra attention there on the communications this second half of the week, and whatever it is you're learning or cultivating here from what you have been these past 2 weeks. All right, and especially over the weekend too with Pluto, can really get into the intensity of wanting things to be a certain way, maybe with the everyday experiences, maybe with whatever it is you're thinking about the third house. So again, letting the ego take a back seat, detaching, can be a great way of working with that as well. Now, what's nice is Mercury will be sextiling up to Saturn, sandwiched right in between these more challenging aspects with Mercury. And this does give us a bit of productive energy. Again, emphasizing that there is a flow about learning, and you could be feeling maybe patient and persistent with this more mental aptitude and communicative aptitude that is certainly unfolding for you. All right, so that's the week in a nutshell. Things are definitely split into two halves. This first half, quite easy. Maybe those opportunities, seeing them. Again, new beginnings, cultivating with that third house of yours of learning and sharing. Then the second half, extra tension on all that with these just mostly the Mercury aspects, squares with Mars and Pluto there. And through that detachment, you can find that it is actually quite constructive to continue to develop, again, these third house matters. Now, again, the most important thing this week, though, is that we do have a full moon in your 9th house over the weekend. A great time to do the status check in terms of how you can open your horizons, how you can change your belief systems to see what's possible, see what those potentials are. And I think you'll find a lot of that very freeing, which is that Uranus. All right, so Cancers, have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week.